My name is David Mathisen, and I would like to invite you to join me on the upcoming Ecstatic Stars experience. It's a 2.5-hour live Zoom seminar with me, and it will be taking place this coming Saturday, the 28th of September at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. That's 2 p.m. Pacific Time, U.S. on Saturday. That will be Sunday morning for those of us in Australia on Sydney or Melbourne time. That's 7 a.m. on Sunday morning, the 29th, 5 p.m. Eastern U.S. time on Saturday the 28th, just to clarify when it is. And you will also have unlimited future access to the archived video of that 2.5-hour Ecstatic Stars experience. What will we be talking about? What will we be exploring? Well, the ecstatic means going out of the static. This realm that we're in, it feels static, ordinary reality, but it is connected at all points to an eternal realm that is outside of ordinary reality. And every single ancient culture had an ecstatic component to their understanding until something came along and started trying to stamp out that ancient wisdom. When the literalist Christians went through Europe, they started to stamp it out. And when they got to northern Norway, they started collecting up the drums of the holy men, and the ecstatic use of the drum was stamped out by Christianity wherever it went, because drumming can be a way of experiencing and going into the ecstatic. When the Christian missionaries were conquering Europe, they didn't get to the farthest north parts of modern day Scandinavia until the 1600s on through the mid 1700s, and they were gathering up the drums and crushing them and burning them. But ecstasy and the concept of the ecstatic, it is found in all ancient traditions. In ancient Egypt, there's evidence that the pyramids and some of the so-called tombs were actually used for ecstatic travel, out of the body experiences. Ancient Greece, even passages in the Bible, in the book of Daniel, several times there's a text that says, "I was in a deep sleep, on my face towards the ground." That's in Daniel chapter 8 and verse 18. And then later on in the same book of Daniel, it says, "Then I was in a deep sleep on my face, and my face towards the ground." That's a specific posture that was used and shown in drawings of some of these shamanic practitioners in northern Norway. They would have someone beating on a drum and then someone going into ecstasy, lying on their face with their face towards the ground. There's other passages in the Bible where Paul says, "I know a certain man," talking about himself, "who was caught up into the third heaven, and I experienced things. I don't know if I was in the body or out of the body." It specifically says that in the text. Or in the book of Ezekiel, where these visions are described. In these different visions, it talks about falling down on my face and having these visions. In Ezekiel chapter 1 and verse 28, it says that. Chapter 3 and verse 23. Chapter 9 and verse 8. Chapter 11 and verse 13. So this is around the world, and yet it has been stamped out by this anti-ecstatic movement that hijacked the ancient traditions, the ancient wisdom given to humanity, including in the text that got gathered up into the Bible. The later literalist so-called Bible followers started trying to stamp it out. But this is throughout the ancient world. The oracle at Delphi or Delphi, that's where you can receive the inspiration from the divine realm. The vision of Parmenides, also in ancient Greece. He travels to the underworld and he encounters a goddess who gives him wisdom in this ecstatic state. But like I said, the ancient wisdom has been hijacked, and it's been hijacked by anti-ecstatic movement to stamp out this knowledge that was given to all of humanity. And then after literalism started to run its course and people started to turn away from it, in modern times we have this new materialist religion that also insists, oh, there's no such thing as a divine realm, or there's no such thing as a realm of the gods, or this materialist insistence that you can't have these connections. Anything beyond quote unquote modern physics is laughed at and shunned by this modern replacement to the literalist Christianity that was trying to stamp out this ecstatic understanding for the past 17 centuries or so. But ecstasy is central to the human condition, and it is something that we're all actually capable of. In fact, we go into altered states of consciousness every single day when we go to sleep at night. We can't go very long without sleeping and going into altered states. But the thing about that state is, well, you're asleep, so sometimes you don't remember what you experienced in that altered state of consciousness. So humans throughout the world have come up with techniques for going into the ecstatic realm. And around the world, that ecstatic realm is described in terms of the stars, in terms of going up to the heavens and actually climbing a ladder that goes up through 7 layers, whether it's the ziggurats of ancient Sumer and Babylon, or the ladders of shamanic practitioners in different cultures where shamanism did survive. The ladder would have 7 steps. That is celestial. The realm of the ecstatic is described by the celestial realm that is found at the basis of all the world's myths. So in the Ecstatic Stars, this upcoming 2-hour live Zoom experience, we will be exploring the celestial realm, becoming familiar with the signposts in the heavens. The ecstatic experience is going to the stars. The stars are a picture of this reality that there is more than what we're told by the materialist religion or the literalist religion. The stars picture that for us. So this Saturday, we will be having a tour of the heavens, getting to know our way around the stars and the constellations, so that when you go out at night and look up in the sky, you can be able to identify where you are. What are you seeing up there? So we will be going on a virtual tour of the heavens and meeting some of the important constellations and signposts, or landmarks, so to speak, up in the sky to find your way around. And then we will be exploring some star myths, specifically some of the star myths that have to do with this concept of the ecstatic. And we will also include a Didge and Drum Meditation. So I hope you'll join me. I'm really looking forward to this. You need to sign up in order to get the link to come to this Zoom meeting, and the link is in the bio on this Instagram or in my website, the Undying Stars. If you simply go to the courses, you'll find the Ecstatic Stars coming up this Saturday, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you there.